captive. That's a power play. You took them, now hold them. I've seen enough. I'm calling this one. 3 opponents. What can stop you if you fight together? Nothing.
Yo, what's up, my Destiny dudes? Today's video has 3 different topics to it. I'm gonna warn you guys up front, I feel like complete and utter hot freaking garbage today. So this video is gonna be a little bit more raw. You can tell in my voice that something ain't right. I got my second COVID shot yesterday. The first one, I felt pretty good. You know, just had a little bit of arm soreness. My acromioclavicular joint, which is a joint that's on top of the shoulder, got a little bit wonky, so I didn't do any overhead pressing because it was unstable. That's something on account from the swelling that happens because of the inflammation in the area. But this one, this friggin' sucks. I feel achy and tired, and then suddenly I'm wide awake and not tired, and then suddenly I need to take a friggin' nap. Look, I know I'm an old man now, but damn it, it's all over the place. Break out in sweats randomly and shit. So anyway, this video, I'm going over the loadout that I'm using. The video title is called, Look Mom, I'm using wall hacks. And there's a reason for that, man. The Wish Ender Bow with Oath Keepers. I want to go over this video real quick. This topic. The Wish Ender with the gauntlets. The second topic of this is going to be a Trials of Osiris team carry that I had help with over the weekend. The guys were really cool. I can't wait to introduce you guys to them because they're amazing. And then the third thing is I paid for an account recovery the weekend before that, and I want to tell you what my experience was with that. If you have any doubts or if you have any questions, let me know, and we will go over all of that in this video today. Alright, so the first thing we're going to go over, the Wish Ender Bow and Oath Keepers. The Oath Keepers is a hunter exotic, hunter-specific exotic, where you can hold the bow indefinitely. Meaning, when you draw your bow back, whether you're using Wish Ender or Laminarch, you can just hold the thing. And it doesn't matter how long you hold it for, you can hold it indefinitely. So if you're using the Wish Ender, this is what I used when I played with the guys to help go flawless, because if I couldn't outshoot the other team, I could give them information and they would just go get them, which was amazing. It was really cool to watch them play. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. The Laminarch holds the poison charge indefinitely as well. You can just hold it and then wait for someone to peek around the corner and freaking blast them with a poison charged arrow and take away their health as well as their teammates' health and their chance to recover, which, haha! That was fun to watch. Anyway, the loadout itself. The helmet, make sure you put on the bow targeting. The Oath Keepers, the gauntlets, make sure you put on reload. Okay, you want a faster knocking speed and a faster reload speed so that you can get your arrows back and on time as quickly as possible in case you're getting rushed by, Shotgun McGee over there. And then the third part of it is going to be unflinching on the chest, so make sure you put unflinching. You're going to load out your entire character around the bow. Now the hand cannon is Igneous Hammer. I got very lucky with mine, but you can use any hand cannon, 140 or whatever, that has quick draw and snapshot sights. That's what you're looking for. The primary thing you're looking for is quick draw. If you can get a quick draw hand cannon, then you can pull it out really quick when you get your headshot and finish up with a hand cannon. There's a bit of, there's a lot of skill involved with doing this consistently, by the way, switching between the two. You have to change your thinking on it. You have to change how you do it because, you're typically used to aiming down sights, lining somebody up, going for the duel. This, you got to be a little bit more sneaky about your engagement. You got to be a little bit more quick on the draw. And I noticed that what was happening with me was there were times that I wouldn't shoot my bow because I was too quick to pull the hand cannon out. So then I had a 1v1 duel with a hand cannon, but I'm behind on the duel itself because I was too quick to pull the bow out. Another thing is make sure you use your stasis subclass for this. You get a follow-up, Shuriken, whatever that thing is called, and then you also get a damage bonus if you throw your grenade or if you free somebody. So if you free somebody, you can damage boost your way to a one-shot headshot with the bow. That is a really cool combination. So if you're playing in Trials, throw a grenade, maybe free somebody, or don't, it don't seem to matter, and then just freaking wait that 10 to 12 seconds for them to peek around the corner, get your headshot. Now you're up 2 to 1 or 2 to 3 or whatever, and you can freaking blitz the area so that you take somebody down. It is a really cool combination. It's a very competitive combination. And as always, the Destiny community at large, you guys never disappoint. My subs seem to be pretty decent, but man, I started getting messages immediately. Oh, you freaking bow hacking cheater. You're such a cheater. Blah, 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 blah. God, my goodness, dude. You can't win in this game. You do something that's off meta and people jump down your throat about it. Friggin' dum-dums, man. Anyway, this was an incredibly fun thing to try out. It was an awesome build. I loved every minute of this, and I was able to run lobbies. What I mean by that is everybody in that lobby was changing their loadouts to try to figure out how to fight with me. People were using different exotics. They were changing up their gear on the spot and on the fly because they were trying so hard to just counter me. So there's 6 people on my team, and they're countering me, the one. That's how oppressive this build can be if you use it the right way. Really, really awesome. Incredibly competitive, by the way. You can use it in comp. I've used it in comp. I've used it in Showdown. And on to the next topic. This was what I primarily used in Trials of Osiris over the weekend, which got us the flawless run. Now, I was technically a team carry. I say technically. They don't see it that way. They thought that I was good enough on my own with my team to go flawless eventually, once we understood a few things and maybe played with them and practiced with them a little bit so we could get some tips and tricks and stuff. But, oh my god, dude, the 2 guys I played with, the first guy is called No Life, and his Discord will be in the description below. He does offer carries, but he also offers coaching. He has a channel where he primarily does montages, but I think he's going to upgrade a little bit to doing some other types of videos, probably some instructional videos. He's a hell of a sniper. This guy just, man, he domes people in the weirdest possible way. It's really fun to watch. And his partner that he does carries with is called Meta Express. I don't know if it's both of them, but I know one of them sure is in the top 500 of players in Destiny for competitive PvP. Do you know how flipping hard it is to be in the top 500 in competitive PvP Destiny? My freaking god, dude. He's like I mean, to me, they're both kids. They're like in their late teens or 20s or something, so they're kids to me, but they're amazingly talented kids. And just from the couple of sessions I've played with them, I've learned a ton of things that I've been trying in Crucible to perfect. This is one of the loadouts I've been trying to perfect. Another one is with a grenade launcher. The other guy's name is Meta Express. I think his old name used to be Sussy or Sucky or something like that. I don't know what his name was, dude, but I know he doesn't suck. I'll tell you that much. This guy was running. We were getting done with Trials matches in 3 minutes flat because of these kids. I don't know, they were playing music in the background and shit. It was so much fun. Like, Trials is not a fun game mode for most people, but these guys were having a blast playing it, and they created such a cool experience. So, I considered myself to be a carry. Let me explain why. When there's a stressful situation that I haven't come up against before in Destiny at that higher level of competitive PvP, they knew what they were doing under that stress. They played with full confidence under that type of stress. And they had backup plan upon backup plan, basically, of how they were going to handle what other people did. So there's people that you play against and you start to learn what their patterns are. But then the higher level guys break those patterns because they can do things that you're not going to see in a pub game. You just don't see it very often. It's incredible to watch how your character can move effortlessly if you know how to do it the right way. And I'm learning how to do that from these kids because I want to learn how to do that. That's so cool to do. So the other part of it, like I said, they don't consider me to be a carry. I am in the top 2% of PvP for certain game modes. But let me tell you this, man. The difference between 1% and 2% is 100%. And they are 100% better than I am at this game in a competitive mode for 3v3. There's no question about it. They're just amazing. I can't praise them enough for how good they are. And it just tickles me pink that they reached out to me to play with me. I'm like, oh, small-time content creator here, but thanks. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that was my experience playing with them. The Discord for this kid will be, he's brand new to this type of stuff, by the way, and I think he should be much bigger than my channel is because he actually has talent. So it's going to be cool to see him take off, and I think he'll be able to do it. He'll do really well. I considered myself a carry. Again, he coached me through a lot of things. When things got stressful in game, he coached me through it. He was able to say, move here, do this, do that, change your loadout, here's what I need, move forward, show me where they are, use the wish under bow so we can go get them, call them out if they peek, get a hit on them so we can weaken them with our abilities. So many cool callouts that were just on the fly, on the frickin' fly callouts that were just on point. There was no way that other teams that don't have that type of communication were going to be able to beat them. You're just not going to touch them. They're too good for that. That was my experience being a carry, and it was a really good experience. I loved it, man. I can't wait to play with them again. The team that I want to go flawless with, we're going to play them in scrims so they can give us coaching tips and cues so we can get better together as a team and do flawless on our own. The best we've gotten to was 6 wins with no losses, but I'm telling you, man, the 7th game, there's so much stress involved, and they played it with some weird type of confidence that I just don't have in my gameplay, man. Like, the guy said something along the lines of, instead of giving them so much respect, just play your game, you know? And he's not saying to be disrespectful, but you're a talented player, you know what you're doing, you're giving them so much respect and you're letting them walk on you, and you need to stop doing that. Stop letting them walk on you because you're scared of their stats. It was a really cool point of view, and that is a high-level competitive point of view that I know of from Olympic athletes that I've trained, as well as strength and conditioning athletes at the highest level. I can't believe I didn't think of that when I was playing. I was like, man, I know better than that. I've trained this for people before. So really cool stuff. I'm excited for you guys to work with them. I'm excited for you guys to get to know them a little bit more. I will be plugging that Discord in their channel a little more often because I believe they deserve more attention for how good they are. And they're not asking me to do this. I'm doing this because I believe that they are better at this game than they are given credit for. And I want them to be more well known because they're good kids. So, that was topic number 2. Topic number 3 is I paid for an account recovery. Alright, you guys can get all up in arms. You can dislike the freaking video, whatever you want to do. I think you all know me well enough by now to know that I don't care what people think, okay? I wanted to see what the fuss was about. Just like when I bought the Cronus Zen, because everyone's telling me it's some bad thing. You know, it's viewed in the community a certain way. I'm sorry, but the Destiny community is full of shit most of the time, okay? These little kids are freaking toxic. Which sounded like me just now being toxic. But there's a weird ego in the Destiny community that, I don't know, it always comes back to, you're a bad player and I'm the better player, and if you're not playing like me, then oh my gosh, you must not be very good at the game. And I don't know what to tell you, man. What the hell? Okay, so I bought the Zen. I put up a couple of videos about it. They took off. That's really cool. And yeah, a lot of people, man, you're starting to hear it, by the way. I'm not trying to rant about Zen right now, but there's other YouTube content creators, big name ones, that are saying there is no cheating on console. I need you guys to read between the lines. I still talk to these people because we played D1 together and did carries. If they're telling you there is no cheating on console, what do you think they're referring to? What they're talking about when console play is there is DDoSing. That's it. That's the only form of exploit on console. Controller adapters do not count. Okay, anyway, that's my rant. Account recovery, the thing I wanted to talk about. A lot of people were saying that's a crappy thing to do. You shouldn't be doing account recovery. Oh my god, bro, how could you do that? You're such a fake player. Look, you guys want to know my experience with it? I actually had a good experience with it. I reached out to skycoach.gg. There's a bunch of other ones, but they're the ones that I used for my account recovery. If I could do it again, I would just pay no life and Meta Express to recover my account because I know and trust these kids because they were super polite and respectful with how they reached out to me. With that being said, the account recovery that I used, again, skycoach.gg, they were really good. They were super professional. They have a website chat where you can talk to their people nonstop. And I tested them a little bit, man. I was talking to them randomly throughout the day. I'd send paragraph-long messages to see how they responded to me. They were super professional about all of it, and they were very polite when I got out of hand. The lady that I was speaking to actually told me that account recoveries are a big business for them, And they're very booked right now because of the weaponry that people want for Destiny. And if I could please calm down a little bit when talking to them, because I was overloading them with messages, and she was trying to be super polite to me and saying, hey, back off a little. She was very respectful with how she did it. I do appreciate that. So the account recovery itself, what you do is you give them your login information. What I did was I changed my password to my Xbox because I don't want someone knowing my actual password, you know. I changed my password for the account recovery, and what they do is they log into your account, they tell you they're going to go on. Before they go on, they send you a message, and they let you know, hey, we're going in right now to do the account recovery, we're going to try our best, we'll let you know how it goes. I found it to be kind of fun, actually. I was checking on Destiny Tracker, and I was looking at the stats the entire time, like how many games they won, how many games they lost. Stuff like that, because it was exciting for me, like watching ESPN, but with my account. I don't know, that's how I felt when things were going about it. I wish I could have watched them play. Like, I wish I could have been a spectator or a fly on the wall. I saw how the guy set me up, and I noticed two things. One, the guy put the, what do you call it, the geofilter on to a very small area. That's when geofiltering was still allowed. Destiny doesn't allow that now. You can't do geofiltering through your router. If you guys don't know what geofiltering is, it's when you take your gaming router and you set up a specific area for IP addresses that you can only connect to. They did that, and I could tell that they did that. The other thing they did is, I believe he used a mouse and keyboard, and you do that through a controller attachment device. It could be the Zen, there's a number of them out there, but he put my in-game sensitivity all the way up to 10. That to me says he most likely, I don't know for sure by the way, but he most likely used M&K, because I don't know anyone that can control it on a controller at 10. But that's my guess. I'm not entirely sure. That's me taking a guess.
That's why we have fun.
Yeah, so they get their team together. They have an online team. By the time everything's all said and done, and because it's my account, the main reason that I wanted to test this, by the way, my account, for whatever reason, is incredibly hard to do anything flawless-wise because of the, you know, I'm in the top 2% basically for some playlists, so a lot of the guys that I play in Trials, I wanted to see if that transferred over to, you know, the Trials playlist. Like, there's some teams that we play that are pretty bad, but then there's other teams that I play that I'm like, why am I playing you on game 1, game 2, game 3? How come I'm playing the same guys over and over again and they're just stomping me and they're way out of my league? So I thought maybe it was my account. So I ended up paying for the account recovery because it said, hey, we offer pro services. Our professional gamer will do this thing for you. So I was like, okay, hell yeah, let's see if they can go flawless on my account. So the long story short, it took them 3 days to do it on my account. Now, that might just be specific to me. I don't know if my account is a harder account to recover than somebody that has like a 0.5 KD. And then they go on the recovery thing here and, you know, somebody can kind of wipe the floor with whoever because they're playing against other players that have 0.5 to 1.0 KDs. My KD is like 2.2 or something. That was one of the things I wanted to know and what I was curious about. Yes and no. These guys are good enough that they were able to take my account and recover it after 3 days and a lot of tries. They did take my account flawless that weekend. And here's the cool thing about it. Because they want to make sure that you have a positive experience, they let you know when it's done. You get a screenshot on your Xbox that shows the final game with the 7th win. And then the other thing they do is they don't go to the lighthouse to get the loot for you. They allow you to do that, to have the experience. So after you're done, they will just, you know, you'll get a message or something or an email or whatever. You go back on your account and then you have full access to the lighthouse for the weekend. And if you guys have never done that before, I mean, again, that's the top 1% of Destiny PvPers that get to go there. And yeah, it was quite an experience. So why did I do it? Why did I do that? I wanted to check a few things out to see if they could do it on my account where I couldn't. Another reason was because I was curious what all the fuss was about. It seems like everyone fusses about everything, and account recovery for $20 to $25 from these guys wasn't that big of a deal to me. Plus, I'm a dad. I can't play 8 hours of Destiny a day, man, to go full-on frickin', you know, Trials of Osiris, 8 hours of gameplay, hopefully I make it to the lighthouse. I don't have that kind of time. So it was very convenient for me to pay somebody to do it on my behalf, like I hired them. So let me tell you this. As somebody that hired somebody else for a service, I'm satisfied with that service. I paid 20, 30 bucks,
Sound tactics
you know,
bring
and these guys did exactly what they said they were going to do. They got me the Adept Igneous Hammer. And I don't feel one way or the other about it. I really don't. I got the weapon I wanted. I paid someone to do it. Big flippin' deal, dude. I don't got 10 hours a day as a dad and full-time job to go after all this stuff. So, yeah, you can take your little opinions about that and you can shove it. Whatever. Anyway, that's my video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and got something out of it. Make sure you like, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next.